right, you guys, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Let me know what you think in the comments below. For me, I kind of feel like this is going to be scary. This is creepy. This is disturbing.
Batteries, tangled cables, and takeout menus we will never use again. Holding on to things just in case is human nature. But there is a massive, terrifying line between keeping a sentimental t-shirt and turning your home into a literal biohazard. On Hoarders, we watched that line get crossed, erased, and buried under tons of garbage. Number 5. Ray Sulman inherited half of a gorgeous Victorian in San Francisco's Napa neighborhood, a house his family had owned for over 50 years. Property like that doesn't come cheap, and you'd think anyone handed a piece of San Francisco real estate would protect it.
I've been told that the way houses are going in San Francisco, I can get more than $2 million for this house.
Instead, Ray started dragging garbage off the streets into his house. Furniture, scrap metal, broken appliances, anything left at the curb became something he had to save.
He needs to stop it, and I mean right now.
I live in this house with my younger brother.
What? Look at him.
My brother
Look
has
at
not
him.
contributed. I am the sole person responsible for this collecting.
This cannot be real.
What's going on, man? What's happening?
The hoard.
What do you mean, what's going on, man?
Place to the ceiling, it actively endangered the block. Ray once picked up a discarded refrigerator off the street and brought it home, and that refrigerator caused a house fire that nearly burnt down the entire row of homes around him. After that fire, Ray was hit with violations from nearly every city agency that exists, all threatening to take the house if he didn't clean up.
If I don't clean it out, I have a fear that I will become homeless. I'm sure my brother's concerns are similar to mine, of being homeless. But I think we will stay together. I hate to say it this way, but be homeless together.
This is crazy.
On a property worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he nearly lost all of it to protect a pile of curbside junk. He kept hoarding anyway, and the house was eventually emptied of 8 full shipping containers of trash, including decomposing animals from rotting in the walls.
Not completely safe.
Oh, my
goodness. The loss
goodness.
of this house and the loss of this community would be devastating for Ray. So I think it's really important for him to stay here. For me to feel comfortable leaving, I really want to hear from you. What are you going to use in the way of a toilet until Josh's plan to restore the plumbing happens?
My neighbors next door have extended me the privilege of using their facilities.
Oh.
Wonderful, Ray. Wonderful.
At number 4, we got Lisa. Lisa was a real chef, a member of cooking clubs, a collector of antique kitchen tools, someone who was supposed to understand food safety better than anyone. She lived in a $1 million home in an affluent DC neighborhood, and she filled her kitchen with rotting food she refused to throw out.
I've found smells that I've never smelled before in my entire life.
Quick whiff.
Well, yeah. Stop it.
The chicken bones were disgusting. They were dry bones, but they were sweating, and they smelled like sugar and butt. Oh my God.
Without
he was sniffing a little too hard.
She hung grocery bags of food from her ceiling and chandeliers just to keep the rats from getting to it.
What in the
Anna,
world?
And I'm Lisa's daughter. My mother's house, it just looks like something out of a horror movie, like an evil witch lives there. Something
Evil
out of a
witch?
monster movie, where it's some swamp thing is going to rise out of the basement because it's created a new life form down there. There's just food
Who can
everywhere.
live like this?
It's as if somebody had just taken a municipal garbage dump and just dumped it into a house.
It didn't work. Her daughter remembers Lisa cooking with expired ingredients and telling her, completely straight-faced, that the bugs crawling through it were just an extra source of protein.
She had enjoyed making recipes, and then it just took this dark turn and just channeled all of her anger and rage into her cooking.
My daughter tried to convince me that the food I cooked was weird. No, I don't see what's weird about it.
I said I didn't want to eat anything with bugs in it, and she said we could make you some cookies and they'd have bugs. You wouldn't know till afterwards.
Rats that did manage to reach the rotting stockpile ended up dying from it.
Final straw for me was coming home from school and just going to make butter and toast. And I opened the refrigerator and I opened the butter container, and where the butter's supposed to be is a dead, dehydrated squirrel that's like looking up at me like this.
Cleanup crews later found their carcasses, some of them fossilized into the mess. The irony here is brutal. Lisa's hoarding reportedly started after years with an abusive husband who isolated her and left an infection untreated until it became cervical cancer. While specialists stood in
That'll
the
do
kitchen
it.
trying to get her to understand the danger, Lisa reached into the wreckage and ate something out of a jar that had been sitting there for 25 years, just to prove she was fine.
I just wanted to show you.
Oh, sweet Lord.
What do you
Very
think?
tasty.
See,
I
Matt's
have never
speechless, but
run
you've
out of
accomplished
words in
that.
my life. I don't know what to say. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I am shocked. I have no words.
Perhaps he's met his match.
Adult Protective Services was called before the episode was over.
Poster.
I was gonna say.
Where did the
Oh, but you can't lay here now, Mouse Mouse.
things?
At number
Go
3
on.
we got Glenn. Glenn had 3 pet rats. Just 3. A completely normal thing to own, but he refused to cage them or get them neutered. And after his wife
That's
died
enough
suddenly
now.
of a heart attack, something he believed
Muzzy.
for years he could have prevented, the rats became the only thing holding his world together.
The rats kind of took the place of his wife, you know.
What? No,
Kinda
no.
buried his
No, they
depression a
didn't.
little bit.
3 rats became thousands. By the time cameras arrived, an estimated 2,500 free-roaming rats had taken over every inch of his property.
Hoarders, generally, they're very attached to their animals, like most people, but at some point there becomes an inability
This
to
is out of
recognize
control.
that the animals are suffering. In Glenn's house, many of the rats have bite wounds, have scars. It's too many animals in a small space, so they're fighting with each
Yeah.
other over territories.
Chewing through walls,
Ew,
cutting
look at
the
that.
electrical system, and soaking the floors in
Oh my
ammonia
goodness.
so strong it burned your eyes at the door. The rats got so bold, they crawled into his pillow at night and pulled out his hair to build nests.
Yeah, I moved out of there and started
That's
sleeping
scary.
out here in my office because they'd crawl up in a pillow and start pulling my hair out to try and make nesting material out of it.
It took 30 volunteers and a trip to the pet store 200 miles away just to relocate them all. Glenn agreed to the cleanup on one condition. Every single rat had to be saved and adopted, not exterminated.
Okay.
I know they've gone to a lot of work to set up this adoption network. We've got to get as many out and adopt.
You know, people will tell you anything.
Enjoy them. They're great fun, and you can get very attached to them. You know, I hope they enjoy them as much as I did. In fact, I hope they enjoy them more than I did.
Well, good thing he didn't get any diseases.
Terry kept her dead rats in the refrigerator. She
For
told
what?
producers she was waiting until she could afford cremation, but the money never came, and she just kept adding to the
Cremation.
pile
Wait,
instead.
stop. Wait a minute. Cremation for rats? I don't understand. And why are you keeping them in the fridge? I'm confused.
I'm a failure,
You're a failure?
and that's how my whole life has been.
Aww.
By the time Hoarders arrived,
She needs a hug.
specialists pulled somewhere between 75 and 100 dead cats out of her freezer and
Oh,
fridge,
cat.
alongside another 50 living ones crawling through a house coated in excrement.
No more than like 30 pounds, okay?
You could just like bury them.
What we were doing was putting the refrigerated animals into biohazard bags. We're actually going to take these animals.
Many of the dead cats
What in the
had
world?
been in there so long they'd liquefied. Her son said the ammonia in the air was so concentrated that one of the kitten's eyeballs popped out from the fumes alone.
Tons of fecal dust.
No.
It's going to be mandatory for us to wear full face mask.
Look
This
at
is an
those
extremely
kittens.
dangerous house.
In the end, only 18 of the 49 living cats were healthy enough to survive. The rest had to be euthanized. Terry's attachment to the cats
Oh,
traced
my
back to losing her
goodness.
father to a heart attack right in front of her as a small child. A moment She'd spent her whole life feeling guilty she couldn't stop. When the cleanup crew finally opened that refrigerator door, grown adults in hazmat suits started gagging on the spot.
This is horrific. I mean, this is awful. Is it illegal? No. But it's horrific.
Many people who are going to be angry over what Terry did. She's an animal hoarder, and she wasn't able to dig herself out on her own. I'm just happy that she accepted our help. Therefore, no more cats will suffer.
I'm glad somebody helped her. That's horrible.
And the worst one, by the show's own reputation, Shana, in a house full of her own waste. Shana moved in with her mother, was also a hoarder, and lived there for around 13 years. When her mother cancelled the garbage service to save money, the trash never left, and neither did anything else. Shana's toilet eventually broke, so she started using buckets and bottles instead. And instead of emptying them, she filled the house with them.
Shana says she's okay. I think it's affected her a lot.
The conditions are bad.
Floor to ceiling until a neighbor reported her to the city.
When I walked in for the first time, it was like a shock.
What do you mean when you walked in? You can't walk into that.
Every nook, every cranny is just filled with disgust.
She was fined $250 a day until she racked up thousands in debt she had no way to pay. When the crew confronted her about the fecal matter contaminating her food.
Some of that stuff I just got from the food bank. Some of it is expired, yes. Most of it probably is.
Shana, the problem is it's not good, usable food. Just because you got it 2 weeks ago doesn't mean that it's good.
Well, it's never, some of it's never been opened.
She shrugged it off, saying she was just having milk and salad and didn't understand why it mattered. Then it got worse. Shana admitted she got an actual rush from eating contaminated food, that she was addicted to it. And before the biohazard team could clear her kitchen, she said she wanted one final contaminated meal to get high one last time.
I'm going to go ahead and eat some of the contaminated food and then the party's over. Because I have to get it, because when somebody goes on intervention, they want to get high one last time. The party ends for me tomorrow.
How is eating contaminated food a party?
Why the does it matter? I've been eating poop for 12 years.
The cleanup specialist on the case said
no, she did not say that.
Grossest thing he'd ever encountered in his career, and took 2 weeks off afterward just to recover.
And this family can go back to actually living with you and celebrating it being a family and not just taking care.
I thank you for just letting us come in here and clean and get
something happened.
Oh, thank you.
I wonder does she still eat her own poo?
Yes, we do.
I'm done.
It's definitely a happier ending than I was expecting. My sister's gonna get some help and brought our family closer together because we were pretty distant for a long time.
Nobody wakes one day and decides to fill a refrigerator with cremated pets or kitchen with human waste. It always starts with one favor to a thing that didn't deserve it. One piece of curbside junk, one expired jar, one bucket nobody emptied. And when that attachment goes unchecked, the most ordinary objects in the world became the thing that destroys everything around them.
That video was something else, you guys. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.